Ryan Tegnalia. Ryan is a criminal lawyer in San Diego, California. He's agreed to answer online questions that were posted related to assault. Ryan, let's get into the first question. What classifies as a deadly weapon, and what difference does this make in a charge?
Well, a deadly weapon is anything that is capable of causing great bodily injury. So even everyday household objects can be a deadly weapon if wielded in a certain way. So, a screwdriver or a pool cue or a beer bottle, like all of it. It's less a definition of what is a deadly weapon than how was an object used. And then there are, however, as far as affecting possible outcomes, there are certain weapons, knives and guns, most specifically, that there will be additional enhancements on the crime of assault with a deadly weapon for the use of a knife or a gun, which, in the case of a gun anyway, greatly increases the potential exposure of the defendant.
Okay, excellent. Next question was, I was found not guilty in my assault charges. Why are they saying I can be found guilty in a civil case?
Oh, okay. Well, just for terminology purposes, you're not found guilty in civil court. You're held liable. So you wouldn't be criminally convicted. What they're saying is that in criminal court, as everybody who's ever watched television is aware, the standard of proof is beyond a reasonable doubt. And so there's no real percentage qualification of it, but let's just say beyond a reasonable doubt is here. Well, in civil court, where you're not facing the possibility of going to jail, but usually only of paying money, the burden of proof is preponderance of the evidence, which is sort of down here. It's just more likely than not, so 51%, okay? And so since you got a not guilty verdict, the jury has decided that there's not enough evidence to convict you beyond a reasonable doubt of doing it, but the question remains to be answered whether or not there's enough evidence to show that you more likely than not are financially responsible for the alleged victim's injuries. So that's what they're referring to.
Okay, and the final question we had is, if I settle my criminal charges, am I accepting that I'm guilty? And how will this affect my record?
Generally speaking, yes. If by settling your case, you mean you enter into a plea agreement, the plea agreement is going to require you to plead guilty, in which case you are admitting guilt to one or more charges. And how will that affect your record? Well, those charges will now be listed on your record, and they will be listed as convicted. And you'll have to disclose those convictions to employers. It's possible, but it doesn't happen very often that we settle cases without a guilty plea. So chances are, and again, this is something you would want to call an attorney and sort of give them specifically an idea of what's going on. But generally speaking, yes, if you're settling your case, then you're pleading guilty and it will be on your record.
Okay. If you have any other questions for Ryan, just post them in the comments section below.
Yep. Or call us at 619-577-0868. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Ryan.